Thank you. Thank you. 26, deciding frame. Judd Trump to break.
Well, as Ken and Steve were discussing, it could come down to a run of the ball, a little bit of luck one way or the other. Astor deserves a bit of luck. It's not about deserves, it's about holding yourself together and taking the chance if you get one.
And you know as well as I do, JV, sometimes it's like reverse psychology here. You've been the one behind, you know, at 12-9 you think you're going home. You don't think really you've got a chance in the match. You keep on going hoping you've got a chance, but then all of a sudden you end up at 12-all and the pressure can reverse back onto you. So really this is a toss of a coin.
Well, that's careless. That really is. I mean, if you're going to play safe, okay, he's covered the red by the green, but hitting the brown is unforgivable. And he's left a chance now for Ali Carter, long red. But believe me, in a deciding frame, nothing is easy.
Good news and bad news. Cue ball's gone safe. Didn't knock the red in. He's definitely got second prize.
Just got to be careful if you're going to play this red on the right hand side of the table and play it up and down and try and get the cue ball near the baulk cushion. He's got to avoid a double kiss, and well, double kiss is definitely a possibility. And we managed to avoid it. And as long as that red stops, well, still a possible pot to the left corner. I mean, you go into that sort of mode in these frames, you don't want to leave a whiff of a chance, do you?
Certainly not to Judd with his long game capabilities.
I think if Ali could play the pot on his red to the left corner and avoid a kiss on the black and the red, then he'd go for the pot. And I think he's setting his stall out here to keep it tight. I think he thinks that's his best way of winning this match. It's been noticeable in the last couple of frames that certain pots you'd expect him normally to take on, he's turned down. The plan's working at the moment.
Well, it's gone from 12-9 into a decider, so no time to bail out on it now.
You may think this red to the left middle is on, but it's very, very acute angle, so just playing the safety. Needs a good length with the cue ball, and he's not found that very often. That's nearly perfect, but not quite. But it's not the easiest safety shot, this, from Ali. If he'd send it up and down, trying to find the top cushion with the cue ball, but it can go wrong. Shorter pace. Well, this black sorry, the red just above the black is cuttable, but too risky to play probably. You know that one mistake could be your last. This stage of a match, he's had a look at the potting angle. Be a brave man to take it on. Two reds in the middle of the table, just to the left of the pink, potable to the far corner. They're all tempting.
Yes, he could play the outside red there on the left, and if he stuns that, he could leave the cue ball near the side cushion and maybe be on the brown, but, well, at this point it's asking a lot. And for the safety instead, and didn't get that right. Good chance for Ali to leave the cue ball on the ball cushion here, in a position that Judd can't see the red behind the green, so he'll be looking for the ball cushion nice and tight.
Oh, sorry about the expletive, but he wasn't pleased with that. He's mishit that completely. I'll tell you what, he's lucky that he's not left the cut on this red to the middle. I don't think it will cut. I think it's just run far enough. But boy, he hit that bad, didn't he? But it's a deciding frame. The World Snooker Championship. There's no more test of your mettle than this. Mr. Red knocked it over the corner. I think he's had a result. The black has covered the potting angle. There you see it.
Well, he actually had two results, because he screwed back into the red and green and they've stuck together like glue, and he's covered the one over the corner. So he could have left two reds on there, and he's left neither.
Yeah, this is it. It wasn't really close, but it rattled the jaws and could have gone anywhere. And once it flicked the black and went over the corner, you're thinking he's left it on, and then you look up the other end and he left nothing. But it wasn't a difficult safety shot, Charlie, to cover the red near the green and cover the one near the pocket. You'll do very, very well here, Judd, not to leave Ali with a chance. It's almost impossible to get this safe.
Well, the loose red he's looking at now is the only chance he's got, and he's got to hit this quarter ball side cushion and try and get the cue ball up behind that green and red again. Well, he's got another red near the pink he can do the same shot off, but he's got to get that cue ball virtually where he was.
It's a bit pacey, but I don't think it's too bad. He certainly can't get through to the red that's near the corner, and I don't think the red further up goes in between the pink and black. Don't get me wrong, Ali Couch at the moment still in control of the safety exchange, but he's dodged a bullet there as Judd Trump. How many can he dodge before he leaves Ali a chance? Now I'm just wondering, there's just an edge of the red sticking out that you can see just past the green. Is it enough to play the pot to the left middle? Can you see enough of it? Not enough of it. Now, well, I think he may have covered the red to the left corner again here. The kiss on the yellow, very helpful. It's all about nudges and little runs of the ball, and at the moment that little shake of the head from Ali tells you they're going Judd's way.
Yes, he misses the cannon there on the ball colour, and he leaves an absolute sitter over the corner. So there we go. And in one of those situations, the first time you have a dig at one, you stick it over the pocket, so has to be careful.
Well, he didn't control the cue ball as you like, and I think there may be a path. Well, if it runs past the green, he's left that red as well in the ball, Ken, has he? I think is there a path past the pink? But even if there isn't, he's left this red. The red's gone up and down the table twice, and as you say, John, he's had one go and he's left it. Now, Judd Trump, you've looked a little bit shaky in the last few frames. This is your big chance to book your place in the quarter-final and disappoint Ali Carter. Well, he's just
6.
Pushing his cue arm there, just feeling trying to just loosen it slightly. I mean, obviously the red he'd like to get rid of, John, is the one to the left corner as soon as possible, but that's not an option just yet.
7.
Yeah, once again, a little short there, going up for the blue. You can see him there, just pretending to work on his cue action. And he's come short on this again. I mean, ideally, what he'd like to do is pop this and leave the cue ball near the side cushion so he can get to that red. So he's going to take the yellow on. Well, he won't be taking that red now.
9.
It's amazing, isn't it? And he's missed. And you know, you just got the feeling it was coming, didn't you?
Well, if he got away with that one and the red's come back and snookered him on the other red, Ali Carter won't believe it. And he doesn't believe it, because it's come out and gone right in the path. Incredible. That could go anywhere on the table and it's finished there.
And Judd, well, his mind at the moment must be full of negative thoughts. So here we go. A couple of occasions he tried to get on the red. He can swerve this and just play it slowly and just make certain you pot the red and then play safe. He can't play it with pace to try and get on a colour, but he can bend it a little bit of left hand side and just clear the red away from the pocket. That's the only thing I can see at the moment.
Yeah, the other problem for Ali is if he could play the red on the left here, past the pink, off the side cushion and move the other red, and then play in the balk area. Well, he's moved it without using a cushion, but that's a good shot.
Yeah, well played, good cue ball. Just wondering if he's ever going to get a chance, Ali. And he does wear his heart on his sleeve. You don't have to worry about what he's thinking inside. He shows his emotions.
The thing is, though, as Ken said in the studio, all you want in the final frame is a chance. And Judd's had 3 digs and got safe 3 times. Ali had 1 go and stuck him in. So he's had a good run of the balls here in this last frame so far, Judd.
Well, not quite certain what Judd's looking at here. If this red in the middle of the table goes, a good target behind brown and yellow here for a snooker. Well, he's aiming. He's got a good line. He's got a good line. And believe it or not, he's played a good shot, but there is a path between the yellow and brown. There's a gap.
That was an excellent shot from Judd. It really was. It's alright knowing that there's an area down there behind yellow and brown, but you've still got to hit it there. And he played a very good safety shot there. Well, he's got to try and... But he is playing a bit of a swerve on this, John.
Yep, and he's going for that same target, and this could be behind it. Oh, he just run past it, has it? We say this game's all about fractions, one way or the other. If it had gone nestling up behind the brown, Judd Trump would have been in all kinds of trouble. There's a pot on here, but boy, this is dangerous. But he's taking it on. But not there. Well, there's a cut on a red near the top cushion, but that's about all Ali's got to go for.
Well, it's not easy, but the good news is you've just got to concentrate on the pot. Don't have to worry about position or anything here. Just knock the ball in and get in the driver's seat.
And it goes. Is he on the brown? He is. So Judd Trump has had his chance. This is Ali Carter's.
Well, I think he can pot this brown and screw past the yellow here and avoid the cannon on it if he can. He'll be doing it.
It'd have been awkward if it had been hampered by the red, but he can just get his cue past the red to the middle of the cue ball. Doesn't look too bad.
And it's one of these shots here where it requires good cueing and not too much adrenaline. Don't want to overscrew this and not have the black on.
Six.
Well, it wobbled. But it's okay.
Yeah, not the cleanest pot we've ever seen, but under these circumstances, just to go in, he's a bit thinner on this black than would have been ideal.
Yeah, I don't know whether he can avoid the cannon on that red that's closest to the black, John.
He'd love to, but he couldn't. Trusted a bit to luck, but he's not bad. There's a red popped up for the right middle. He knew he couldn't avoid the cannon on the red, so he thought, well, if I'm going to hit it full, why don't I use that red to open the others up? Needed a bit of luck, but as I say, he's got the red to the right middle.
Don't know whether it's absolutely straight, this. If he had a slight angle, he'd be playing this back off the cushion, but it looks fairly straight. Oh, it's well played. And considering the circumstances, John, he's cueing quite well.
Yep, and he's got, well, he looks really fired up, 93% pot success. Judd Trump 90%, that's good, but that's dropped a percentage. It was 91 at the start of play. You can play for the red near the top cushion, all go into them, and if you go into them, you trust a little bit to luck. Now he's got a pot on, but 90. Does that offer him good position?
Yeah, the problem is the cannon has knocked the red into the path for the black. See the cannon he's played here? That red that's just come down towards the cushion is blocking the path for the black. This would ordinarily be an easy little stun shot round for the black and a great chance, but I think he's got to play this and come out and come round for blue.
just flicked the red. Just caught the red near the side cushion.
20.
And we were saying earlier about his game plan of not taking too many risks. Does that mean he won't take the colour on here and play safe? Just 11 points in it.
Bramble.
Brown it is, keeping it tight.
Ali Carter 20.
Well, there you go, after 7 hours and 20 minutes. Just 16 points the difference. Well, he needs a good cue ball here, because that red could be potable into the left middle.
He'd be playing if he could screw it and keep away from the reds at the top, but the natural angle here would be cannon into the reds near the top of the table, so he won't be playing it now, I don't think. He does have a chance to play it and screw back to the balk area if he wants it. It's a big shot, but as long as you hit the jaws there shouldn't be too much damage done.
Well, in the end decided to play the snooker. It's always a tricky shot to play that, and sometimes you can miss it and leave a pot on. He's not left it on. I'm just looking, Judd Trump turned professional in 2005, 1996 when Ali Carter turned professional. I think that little bit of extra experience Ali's trying to use in this final frame. There was a chance of a pot there to the left middle, but he's refusing quite a few tough ones. I think if this red passed the pink comfortably, Judd would have played it by now, but it's very, very tight. I mean, normally you think with this type of shot, well, if I rattle it in the jaws and screw back to the balk end, I'm not going to leave anything, but if it just flicked the pink, you wouldn't know where the red was going to go. Does it go? It's an easy safety if it doesn't. Because it only just went, he would just favoured the wide part of the jaw, and well, he's not left anything, but he's not put any pressure on Ali here to play a good safety.
Played that in quite a clever way though, Judd. Didn't hit that one particularly hard, left the cue ball on the side cushion, so there's a little bit of safety in mind on it. Quite a cute little shot.
Yeah, but you just feel at the moment that Ali's just got the upper hand here in this very important tactical exchange. Look at the determination on his face, eh? And he's shown that throughout the match. He was up for this one. There's a few ways you can get back to the balk end. What Judd is worried about is clipping a red towards the left corner if he doesn't get this right. Well, he got a good solid contact there, and I'll tell you what, you couldn't have hit that much better. Needs a couple of rolls to be perfect, but decent shot.
Very good. Chance for Ali round the angles again here. Got to get lucky with the brown here. The red's come out, and it's his turn to have a good run of the balls. That is very fortunate. Certainly didn't play it when he's landed.
Yes, and if Judd can't get past the blue to hit the red just above and to the right of the black, then he's in a spot of bother here. Can't see the return to balk. Well, maybe off the 2 reds in the middle of the table, but you'd have to catch them so thick. And you wouldn't know where the second red was certain to go. Just looking if he comes off the side cushion, nestles onto that red, what he'd leave.
That'll require a delicate touch, but I think it's a shot that's on. Well, he's going for the other one, and as you say, John, this is going to be quite thick.
Is where the second red went. Is it going to stop short of the middle? Just about. Good lens, not left anything easy. He was in a difficult situation there. Coped with it well.
It's no wonder he's tapping the table, because that really is an excellent shot Judd's played there. We talk about him knocking balls in off the lampshade, but that's as important as any shot he's played in this match. Very good. He's in all sorts of bother here, Ali Carter.
Well, I suppose that red near the left middle, if he could hit it full in the face, well, he can't. All guy's telling us he can only hit half of the red, so I was thinking if he could hit it full in the face, he could just push it down the cushion, but that's not an option.
I'm just wondering whether he can come off the top cushion, John, and just nestle in this red here. I mean, he's looking at playing it there. I'm just wondering whether you get to it from the top cushion and just drop on it, but it's not brilliant either way.
No, well, he is taking your advice now and going off the top cushion. Just to nestle into it. Doesn't want to be too pacey, because he could leave the red to the middle. And he's left the red to the middle. He's left the red to the middle. It was all about weight, and in these very tense circumstances, your touch can desert you. He's got the one close to the cue ball to the right middle. He tried to push the pink on. I don't think it passes the red. Just in that moments that Judd Trump's having, which we've all had, you pot a ball, you're looking for an easy one to follow up, and they're just running awkward.
Yep, and here comes a big yellow if he's going to take it on. At least he can cue that one properly. He won't be having to worry about leaning over reds and things. If he takes the green, he's certainly got all that reds and blacks and everything under his waistcoat, so if he plays the yellow left-handed, at least he hasn't got that to worry about. It's just a matter of whether he feels like he wants to take it on.
Well, we're so used to seeing him go for the pots. He needs this.
Shot.
He's nailed it. Now with that black, I'm sorry, the pink being near the left middle, he can find a path around the black. He'd love to be on the black, but the pink he knows will be there if he's not on the black. As I say, he'd love to be on the black, but he knew the pink was always going to be second prize, and it is. Well, Ali Carter's fought long and hard, but he'll be thinking in his seat, because he won't be looking he'll be looking at all the negative sides now as far as he's concerned. Will he get back to the table with a chance?
Well, it's worked out okay, that. Had a chance to go in between green and brown there and come round and leave the 2 reds from somewhere near the blue spot there, but played the safe way up and down, and I don't blame him, because this has turned out to be perfect.
Yeah, now of course he had the choice of the 2 reds, so, and if he can hold this, and I think he can, I think he's straight enough to hold it, to have a choice of, he'd love to be on the black, but he could hold it for the pink as well. Well, there you go. If you needed any further evidence of what it's like in the deciding frame, you've just seen it there.
Sure.
No words needed.
Oh, it's tough to play here. Just one good positional shot here. Well, you can take the other red.
One.
What a chance. Can you hold yourself together?
Eight.
9 points to lead.
Nine.
Including that one and the 4 reds that are remaining in the open with colours will be enough to put Judd Trump out of the 2012 Betfred.com World Championship and book him a place in the quarter-final. But we'll take nothing for granted.
Well, had a chance to play on a couple of reds there. Decided to get this one out of the way as soon as possible.
And you can hear a pin
17.
drop here in the Crucible Theatre. I think it's a sort of stunned silence after the red that Judd Trump missed. But there's applause for that one because that was the positional shot which could just be the key.
24.
This is the red. Wouldn't miss that. 1 in 1,000.
25.
So the black goes in. 33 ahead, 51
32.
remaining. So no need to be looking for that red on the left hand side cushion. It's the last thing you should be thinking about. It's just a little bit of composure and a couple of good shots away from a very famous victory.
$33.
Judd doesn't want to look. He knows he's not played his best this session. And Ali Carter really has used all his years of experience, but when you lose a match, when you've had a chance like that, and to miss a ball you'd never, hardly ever miss, it can hurt so much. Just the black and the red needed, and Judd can't bear to look. And it looks all over by the shouting now. He's finished absolutely inch perfect on the red.
40.
And now 42 points in front. Just 35 remaining. Pink to come. The dream for Judd Trump as we see Ali Carter, and listen, he's entitled to that reaction. When he trailed 12-9, everything looked lost, but he dug in, he's played good match play, and he's kept the pressure on his young opponent, and
Ali Carter,
Judd
47.
Trump just made too many mistakes at the end. Judd's coming back to the table. Well, that sip of water will taste good. don't blame Judd, and it's nice to see that he's not going to give up hope, but 48 points behind, just 35 remaining. That equates to 4 snookers, unless he can get a snooker and a free ball.
Yes, there'll be other championships for Judd Trump, I'm sure. Far too much talent. But you have to take your hat off to Ali Carter. He's been brilliant today, competing. Judd plays an excellent snooker there.
Yeah, disappointment for Judd Trump. As we were saying before, the final frame, all you're looking for is one chance, and he had a couple, he just couldn't do it.
Foul. Judd Trump 4.
Well, that's one of the 4 snookers got, and the 4 points received. Of course, there is a way now. If he could get the snooker and a free ball, the snooker would be needed. I keep saying it's going to happen one day. It's going to happen one day. Good hit. That's the problem when you need this amount of snookers. With the quality we have, if you need 4 snookers, you're going to have to maybe get 20 to get your opponent to miss. Didn't play the pot, trying to get the snooker behind the black. Using the line. It's not bad.
There's this reaction. Be careful with this one, a little bit of side required. That's the cue ball.
If this was any other frame, Judd Trump would not have carried on. But it's a slim chance to keep his World Championship hopes alive, and here's another snooker. Played it very well. Very well indeed.
Every shot he's had, every one of them's been a snooker, so he can certainly do it.
And that's a miss. And is this a free ball?
Judd Trump 4.
Is this a free ball?
To check this, Judd.
Ooh, he's going to check. If it's a free ball, the 1 snooker will be enough. Ali Carter's interested in this. This is a big decision, but Judd's just looked at Ali, and I think he said to him, it isn't a free ball. Another couple of rolls and it would have been.
I bet you Ali Carter's heart has just skipped a major beat.
But what great sportsmanship for Judd Trump. When Ali came anxiously looking, Judd said to him, it's not a free ball. Well, he hasn't got the snooker behind the yellow as the blue come to his rescue. Just 2 snookers required now. This is amazing.
Yep, we were just about giving him his victory parade, and this is far from over.
.40 ahead, 35 remaining. Well, just have to stick off the red very thin here and try and find a place up near the green pocket, really. I don't think you can get a very good snooker here. Because the one important thing, you cannot afford to leave the red on. If you leave the red on, you don't get any more chances for snookers. He's tried the other way, and I'll tell you what, he's made a pretty good effort here. But it's not quite the snooker he wanted. Not quite. Good effort, but not there. Well, if your opponent needs snookers, if you get one, then you restrict their options. He needs to catch this fall from behind. And he has done. And he's got the snooker, would you believe it? Would you believe it?
Well, I said this match had had everything. It has now.
Well, you just can't believe what's happened here. You really can't. I don't know whether you go off one cushion or two here. There's a little gap around this red if you go off two. If you go off two, there's a gap around the back of it. And he's found it. And Judd Trump now, unbelievably, only needs one snooker to be able to win. Quite remarkable.
Thank you.
He's overhit that. He's overhit it. What a pity. He'd got some excellent snookers. That one looked unmissable.
Thank you.
Yes, isn't that funny? Some of them have looked really tricky and he's played them really well. And that one, well, it was quite easy. And he's left him a chance.
Oh, chance here for a snooker now. And Ali will be in panic mode at the moment. He thought he'd won this. He did the fist pump and everything else. He's not fist pumping anymore. He's wiping the sweat off his brow. There's a big line here. If he misses the black, I think it's certain to be a snooker. And I'll tell you something, John, that brown may be just in the line of a natural escape. He's having to swerve to make the angle. Only just hit it. Only just hit it. Just didn't get the connection right, and Ali Carter, as everybody, he's on the edge of the seats for this one. Just filling up his glass of water, we'll be hoping he won't need a drink of it because he's got a straight red which will clinch, frame and match.
Well, if ever he wanted a Q1 straight, it's now.
He thought it was in. He thought it was in.
Thank you.
He was walking. Of course, the black now not on its spot just makes it a little bit more tricky for snookers. But the main objective, get the object ball safe. No, too hard. Too hard. So another chance for Ali Carter.
Would you be playing the clip in the middle or the long red?
I'll be honest with you, I think I'd play the clip in the middle. I always feel a bit more comfortable when you're playing the cut. It just takes that, you don't have to cue it as precise, do you? Cut in the middle for me. He's not going to run into another ball, and if the red goes in, it won't matter anyway. Yes. That's it. That is frame and match winner. Well, you can just put now. That definitely is. And fair play to Judd Trump. He'd certainly give Ali Carter a scare, but I'm afraid Judd will be looking back at the balls he's missed, and particularly when he had his last chance of winning this match. He missed a red that was unbelievable for him to miss it. But you know, when you're trying to hold for position on a colour, anything is possible, and particularly in a deciding frame. He'll be back, there's no doubt about that. One of the great talents in the game is Judd Trump. Probably learnt a bit of a lesson today. And Ali Carter, 9 years more experience as a professional, I think he's put all that to effect in this final session. So Judd will give him the handshake. It will be a warm one. He'll say well played. Disappointment for Judd Trump. He was the favourite for this at the start of the tournament. Out he goes, but don't take anything away from Ali Carter. Fantastic performance, used all his experience. One of the best victories of his career. 12-9 down. He wins. 13-12.